Hi class, welcome to Introduction to Sociology. This is a really exciting time to be studying sociology. It's everywhere around us. Sociology is that study of society, and we're really going to dive in. Before we can dive in, though, I think it would be important for each of you to have a better understanding of how to navigate our course. Some of you have worked a lot in Canvas and have taken some online classes. For others of you, this is your first time. So I'm just going to give you a brief overview of how you can navigate my course, and hopefully that will help all of you regardless of your experience in the online environment. So as you can see, we're here on the home page. So when you log into your course, this is the first thing that will always show up as your home page. If you scroll down, you can see that there are some quick links to various things that you can access in the class. Apparently it decided to reload itself again. We also have a couple of announcements. So while all of the announcements are in the Announcements tab over here to the left, the most recent two will also appear with their heading here on this homepage so that you can click on them and you should be receiving them at your emails as well. Down below, there are quick links to my welcome, to the place where you need to start in the class, which is in the modules section, to your course syllabus. You can see the little Yoda picture, but also up on the left here is your syllabus. To that schedule at a glance, which I will frequently refer you to, because when in doubt, look at that schedule to see what is due for that week. Sometimes students get confused, not if you're checking the schedule at a glance. I encourage you to check it every Monday. There are some course handouts that are helpful, especially if you're not used to responding or replying to discussion questions and applying APA or MLA formatting and citing and referencing those responses. There's also a quick link here to your grades, so you can find it up here on the left as well. If you need to contact me, you can just click on this link here where it says, "Can I help you?" and you'll be able to find my contact information. If you'd like to talk to your classmates about things maybe you are struggling with or interested in talking more about in the class, you can click on this little penguin space, Ask a Classmate, or maybe you're thinking about what you want to take next semester and you'd like to talk to your classmates about things like that. Just click there. It's a water cooler sort of space just for students. And then in terms of our accessibility and disability accommodations, there's information here if you'd like that information. Okay, whenever you come into the classroom, this is what you will see. And on the to-do side here to the right, it will show you what is due, upcoming, and when. And those things will disappear as you complete them. So as a new student, I have everything due. I have my announcement that's a sneak peek, and I have my welcome announcement. You can see these little megaphones that show that they're announcements to me. The little rocket means that there's a quiz or an exam. The good news is in the first week, they're really easy. Just do the pre-test and you'll get 100% no matter what your score. And the syllabus quiz you can retake 3 times until you get 100%, and you have all the time in the world, and it's an open quiz exam. So you can keep taking that until you get the score you want. These little icons here that show conversations are showing you that there's a discussion question coming up. To introduce yourself to the class, we have a discussion question. It's optional. You'll get bonus points, but I find that almost every student usually likes to introduce themselves there. It also gives you a chance to test out what I'm looking for. In a discussion question response, I'll give you comments when I grade it so you know what you really need to do when we get into the more meaty discussion questions in week 2 and then throughout the course. There's also an engagement assignment here, and this paper with a pencil means you're submitting a written assignment. In this case, you're going to type something in a text box and submit it. I'd wait till Saturday or Sunday to do that to be sure that you've done everything in the discussion area, because it's all about your participation with your classmates in the discussion area. And then there's one more assignment here, the pick or icon attached to your profile assignment. It's a bonus assignment. You don't have to do it. But I find that it's a lot easier for me to remember people when I have something to imagine or picture with them rather than just text. So you can see I have a little picture here of me, and this just asks you to do the same and you'll get some points. So all of those things as a new student are reminding me I need to do. You can just click on the first one and go and do it if you'd like and work your way down and toggle your way back to home. What I tend to encourage students to do, though, when they come into the class is to log in, take a quick look to orient yourself to what's going on in the class on the right column, on those announcements. Make sure you already saw them, hopefully, in your email. And then go, if it's Monday, check out the schedule at a glance to make sure that it makes sense. Let's take a look at that. It's also on your online syllabus that all of you receive via email that I post on a website. Takes a second sometimes for these things to upload, but this is a table format of the schedule that goes from week 1, which is this week, all the way to the end of the semester. Oh, for some reason it didn't open. So we'll get, when you are in your class, make sure that you click on that to get into that space. The first place, though, that you should usually go to is modules. Click on modules. And you can see, I'm going to close them all now, but you can see whenever you come into the class, you have these sections with the gray heading. That means you have modules. In the first week, you're always going to start where? In the place that says start here. You just click on it and it will open everything up. What you should do is start with the first one, read what it has to say, and then as you're done, you click next to get through everything in the module. If you start every module that way and click through and complete what's in there until you get to the end of that module or that week, some modules are 3 or 4 weeks long, just get to the end of what's due in the week, you will be in good shape for the class. And whenever you get confused, am I doing the right thing? I click next. I'm not sure where I'm at in the class. To ground yourself, if you're working on assignments, just click modules. I think because I'm doing this recording, it's moving a little bit more slowly than normally it would. Hopefully your computer will move faster, but sometimes there's just a lot of load on the internet and it takes a little while. So you can see here when you're starting here, it says welcome to week 1 and August 24th through the 30th. So you know that in this first week, you need to complete everything in this gray area with those dates all the way down to the end. So there's a little home base section, as you saw, a welcome message from me that tells you a little bit about me and some pictures. Then you've got your syllabus quiz, which again is an open syllabus quiz. You take the pretest. Please don't study, just take it. I don't expect you to do well at the beginning of the semester. It provides me with a baseline of where you're at. Then there's the pick icon attached to your profile optional assignment for bonus points. Students who complete all of these end up starting out the class with 116% after the end of the first week. So I encourage you to do it. And then we move into week 1 readings. So I give you the top 10 key terms in this class as I see it. So take a look at those so that you know what your instructor is really focusing on from day 1. This is also a reminder to read those first 2 chapters in Born a Crime. You'll have a tough time stopping at chapter 2, and it's okay. Throughout the term, if you want to read ahead, go ahead and read ahead. I've just mapped them out to space it out for you in a more manageable way. But students love this book, and they tell me they laugh out loud. It also helps them really understand sociology. Then we have the introductory discussion. Here is where you will reply to it and tell us a bit about yourself. What I want to encourage you to do, though, is make sure you answer all parts of the question. That's usually where students trip up, is they read a little bit of it and they're like, oh, cool, I can talk about myself. And they start to reply to it and they forget some parts of the question. So make sure you read everything here and answer all parts of that discussion question. You'll scroll down, you'll click the word reply, and a little text box will open up for you to type in your answer. And then it will give you the opportunity to post your response. Okay, I want to leave here because I don't want to reply just yet. So what am I going to do? I'm going to click on modules, and it's going to bring me right back to that space where most of my course is located. Also, there's a section here on the week 1 engagement assignment. Wait until towards the end of the week, and you've spent some time introducing yourself to your classmates and replying to your classmates. Now, if you decide not to introduce yourself because it is a bonus assignment, you still need to reply to your classmate responses. So make sure you reply to at least 2 classmates. After that, you can submit the week 1 engagement assignment. All the rubrics for the engagement assignments are in the next section. And then you can see here also information about how you contact me, accessibility and disabilities information, and that cyber cafe that's open for you all throughout the semester as students. The course handout section is also really important, and in week 1 you need to read everything in here. I know it's a lot. It'll help you do well in my class. Here are the grading rubrics for each of your assignments. So what that means is it tells you exactly how I grade your discussion questions, your submitted paper assignments, etc. It tells you how to respond to a discussion question and how to reply. You think it seems obvious, but students make mistakes. Read that to see what I'm looking for. I even give examples of good responses and good replies, and I give you an A+ discussion question response that you can refer to throughout the course to see what I'm looking for in terms of length and citing and referencing and formatting. Writing guides and tips. Sometimes people need help thinking about how to write longer because I'm looking for 250 to 500 words. It's okay if it gets longer than that. So here I give you some tips on how to write longer if you're someone who has a tough time expressing yourself in written words. And then here's an APA quick guide for students. I usually use APA, but if you're more familiar with MLA, you can use that. When you're done with the first week of class, you're going to move on in week 2, and you can see the dates are right here, to Module 1. I'm not even going to go into that just yet. It's important that you just get through navigating the first part of the class. The next module spans 2 weeks, and you'll go through the work that is August 31st through September 6th, and you'll stop at the end of week 1 or at the end of week 2, and then week 3 will be the second part of Module 1. So again, when in doubt, go to modules, check out the schedule at a glance, or just go to home, take a deep breath, and start from there, grounding yourself in what we're doing in this class. Once you figure out the navigation, I think you'll find that the course is pretty easy to earn that A. Just navigate through as I described and complete all your work. Looking forward to getting to know you this semester. Bye.